Hello and welcome to The View from 4 Feet and 3 Inches. I'm Cassidy Heff, in case you don't know me, and this is my boyfriend Kaz, who's back on the show this week. Yes.
Hello.
We took a brief hiatus because we were traveling, and then Kaz was staying home and I was traveling, and then we got a new kitten who is currently in the background wreaking havoc on our house. So if you hear that, I apologize. We have been waiting to film for probably like 30 minutes now, and then the dog needed out, and now he's making noise, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be today. It's fine. Anyways, I am currently wearing what is this, like a blue-green? Yeah, it's like a blue-green Star Wars shirt with white print that says I Rebel. I am a white woman with black glasses. I have blonde hair that's tied back into a bun today. It's not this morning anymore. Today, we are sitting on a gray couch, and I have a gold-ish pillow behind me. You want to do a visual description?
I'm a Asian male with black hair, short black hair, that is wearing a tie-dye, a purple and pink, and mint green tie-dye shirt with a large heart in the center of it that has a cartoon drawing of Champ on it.
Yeah, that's such cool merch. Where did you get that merch?
On your website.
No. no.
Thingy.
No. At the link?
Yeah, at the link in your bio.
There you go. At the link in my bio. That's where it's from. It is not on my website. Do not go there. You will not find it.
Well, there should be a link on your website, too.
There is.
Well, they can find it there, too, then.
Okay. They can also find it there, too. So today we are going to be talking about our Las Vegas vacation. There was a big incident that happened that I thought would be fun if we relived. Because now it's funny. At the time, it was not. It was kind of chaos when it happened. But that's okay. So let me get my notes out here. Originally, we wanted to take a trip to Vegas because I had never been. Kaz had never been over the age of 21. He used to go for like basketball tournaments and stuff like that. But we had never been as adults, and I had never been. So we were really interested. We planned a vacation for a week, which is a long time in Vegas. I will never go for that amount of time again. Kaz's parents watched Champy because it was going to be like over 100 degrees. It was like 112 degrees the whole time we were there, and he would have not done well. So we had Kaz's parents watch him. And yeah, here is the recap from our Vegas trip. So Kaz wanted to do a road trip. We did a road trip because we live in Orange County, California. So a road trip to Vegas is like 4 hours nonstop. But we took a lot of stops along the way. So do you want to tell them where we went first? We left at what time? 6?
So we left.
Our kitten has decided that this is the time. This is the time to just destroy all of his toys. He's a trip. We'll do a whole separate episode about him. So, sorry if you hear things in the background. So we left at 6:30.
We left at...
Monty! This episode is going to be so bad with background noise. I've given up.
I'm losing my train of thought.
We left at...
We left it like 6:30, and then we stopped to have breakfast at a local coffee shop, and then we left to go stop at the world's champ. the world's first McDonald's or something in San Bernardino. It was a museum that I wanted to go to, but it wasn't open yet, so I just kind of got out and looked at the locked gate.
Oh, I didn't know it was like a whole museum
Yeah.
that was in there. I thought what we saw was like the part you wanted to go for.
No.
Oh.
It wasn't open yet. It didn't open until like 10, and we got there at like
9.
8.
Oh, we got there at 8? Oh.
Yeah, we got there at like 8, 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, now we're just gonna go, I guess. I kind of stretched my legs, and then we went to Barstow and saw what is it called?
World's largest thermometer.
No, the train. The McDonald's train.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, I forgot. Yes, we went to the McDonald's train first.
Yeah, in Barstow.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to the world's largest thermometer in Baker.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to, after that, the Alien jerky place, beef jerky place. That was,
Horrible.
yeah, it was interesting. If you haven't seen our trip,
Vlog.
yeah,
Go watch the vlog
watch
on
the
YouTube.
vlog.
Hey, stop attacking that, Monty.
Monty is here now.
Monty wants to say hi. Monty's trying to attack my notebook. is
Now
what
he's
trying to do.
behind me. He's a black cat.
All black.
Yes. Right now, he is a black cat he's walking behind us. He almost fell. He's low
Buddy.
vision. He's basically blind. Cannot see very much.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we went to go see. No, you skipped 2 things. First, we went to go see the Magic Mountains. Did we? No, that was after Alien Jerky.
You just,
okay, my bad.
You
my
just
bad.
wrote it down in
My
the
bad. Go ahead.
thing that you
My notes.
remembered it.
Mm-hmm.
So then after Barstow, we went to the 7 Magic Mountains that is right outside of Las Vegas. Monty is now on my right shoulder, biting me and clinging onto my neck. He's upside down and he's about to fall. And then we
Wait, we went
stopped-
to Eddie World.
we did go to Eddie World after the
Alien Jerky. Or was that before? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. We went to Eddie World, which is like a dessert. I don't even know how to explain
it's
it.
the world. It's California's largest gas station. That's what
It
it is.
was a time. I would not love to take a child there, because
Yeah.
it was like a parent's worst nightmare. There were stuffed animals everywhere. There was candy and sugar and ice cream and just all the sugar you can imagine. That's what was there.
Yes.
You walked in and it smelled like sugar. It was wild. So after that, we went to the pinball. I don't even know if you can call it a museum.
Well, it's called the Pinball Museum.
And as soon as we got to the pinball museum, I was like, I told Kaz, I was like, hey, can we get my chair out? Because at this point, we had driven for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
Yeah. So I was hurting, and I was like, hey, can we get my chair out? I don't really feel like walking. And he was like, yeah, sure. So he gets the frame out of the trunk, and we usually keep one wheel on it, and then we put the other wheel in the back seat. So I opened the back seat to get the other wheel out, and we were like, where's the other wheel? We left it at home.
Yeah.
We left it at home. We had taken it in to measure, what are they called? Like rim covers that I had just gotten. And I was taking a picture of them to show like the people who made the rim covers what they looked like on my chair. And we'd taken one wheel in to measure it, and it was bad because then we forgot. Monty, he's attacking me, because then we forgot to bring it back to the frame and the other wheel. So we had a frame with one wheel, and if you know anything about chairs, you cannot just take it with one wheel. So
it's like a bicycle.
yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad because then I didn't have a chair for like a week. And if you've ever been to Vegas, you know how much walking there is. There was literally no way I could do the whole trip without a chair. So we kind of looked at each other and we were like, oh no. We had an hour until we could check into the hotel. So we went into the pinball museum, played some pinball. Turns out when we played together, we're really good at it.
Yeah, I'm on the right side, you're on the left side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we just separately press our buttons and then it works. Monty's fascinated by this microphone. So we are very good at pinball together. We stayed there for about 45-ish minutes. Then we drove to the hotel. We checked into the hotel. And we kind of recouped and we were like, hey, what do we do now? You want to pick up the story from here?
Well, we called my parents
Yeah.
to assess the situation.
Because we were like, is it worth it? Because all of the chair rental places that we were contacting and calling and whatever were saying that it was going to be about over $200 to rent a chair for the amount of time that we needed it. So we were like, is it even worth it at this point?
Yeah, you originally wanted a scooter.
Right, because we thought that was going to be the best idea.
Yeah. So then I was researching a bunch of different companies to rent from and seeing if like certain mobility devices were like more affordable for us or in our budget for our trip.
Right.
Because obviously we weren't planning on spending however much we wanted to on a mobility device.
When I already had one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I found a fairly priced one. It was a manual. It was a manual chair. It said on the website that we would get a pediatric chair, but when we received it from the people who delivered it to our hotel, it was an adult standard chair, hospital chair, foldable chair, an adult standard hospital foldable chair. And at first you kind of were like swallowed by it.
It was bad. For like the first day, I was basically swallowed by it. And it was really uncomfortable. And I told Kaz, I was like, I can't go the rest of the trip with this because it's so uncomfortable. Because I'm used to my like custom made chair, which is specifically made to fit me and it's pressure mapped and everything. So it's a very small chair compared to some other people's. And this one was a standard hospital chair and it was not good. I was like, this is going to cause me so much pain. Probably a pressure sore. I can't do this. So what we ended up doing, because we had the frame of my custom chair, is, by the way, I'm holding Monty now. He's made himself comfy in my arms.
Oh, yeah.
He's falling asleep, so that's good. What we ended up doing was we took the seat part of my custom chair off of it.
Yeah, the custom seat.
Because it's Velcro.
Yeah.
So we took it off of it, put it in the standard chair. So I was sitting up higher, which was nice, and I was also sitting up straighter.
Yeah.
Because the problem with standard chairs is that because of the way my back is shaped, I can't sit in them comfortably. Kind of like with any other like regular chair, I can't sit in a regular chair comfortably. I have to have pillows behind me and whatever. So for a long period of time. So we took the custom seat part off of my custom chair, put that in the standard chair, and then put like sweatshirts and towels behind me in the standard chair. And then just put stuff around me so that I wasn't as swallowed by it. But then the problem was that I didn't have my custom foot plate at that point. So my feet were just out, like in front of me. So
Yeah.
it was fine.
You weren't sitting like you would on, say, a chair or a couch. It was like almost like, you know those recliner chairs that kind of
Yeah.
like have your feet out a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
It's like those.
But like because I'm so small, my feet were out completely in front of me. So that's the part I think that gave me the most pain. So I had to like adjust quite frequently to be able to sit in it comfortably. But it worked for the week. It was what it was. We made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it, and we will never forget my chair again.
Yeah. Well, the wheel.
Yeah, we will always make sure that we have all the parts of my chair before we go anywhere ever again. So our trip, all in all, was pretty good. We went to lots of hotels and casinos, like pretty much all the big ones, I think.
Yeah.
We went to Fremont Street, which personally, that was probably my least favorite part.
Yeah.
Was Fremont Street?
Don't really recommend it.
There were a lot of unhoused people, which is not the problem. The problem was I probably felt the most unsafe in Fremont Street. Like, I have pretty good intuition and I'm an empath, so I can tell just based off of energy whether or not I'm supposed to be somewhere. And the whole time we were at Fremont Street, which is what, like an hour, maybe?
Yeah, we were there for about an hour. Maybe a little bit over an hour.
The whole time I was like, we should not be here. Like, I feel
Yeah.
so unsafe. I feel so off. And that we didn't really have any experiences that made me feel that way.
It was just strange to
It was
be there.
just energy that I was like, I should not be here right now. Like, this is not the place for me. So I think that was my least favorite part. We went to all of the main casinos and hotels on the Strip, though. The Luxor is scary. I hated it. We spent like 10 minutes in there. And I was like, okay, time to go. If you don't know, the Luxor is like haunted. There have been a lot of scary things that have happened in the Luxor since it was built. And yeah, go read about the Luxor. It's very interesting. We went to all of the main casinos on the Strip. We saw the whole Strip. We went to the nature reserve, which was really cool. That's like not in the city of Las Vegas, I don't think.
It's like a state park
Yeah.
for Nevada.
But
Yeah.
it was really cool. It had like all of the Nevada like natural plants and a lot of history, and it was really cool to see. So I really loved the museum part of that. That was fun. I think we spent like the majority of the day there that
Yeah.
day. We went to the Wicked Spoon Buffet and the Gordon Ramsay restaurant, which I ended up getting sick from the Gordon Ramsay restaurant. And I'm not gonna say it was because you had the same thing I did. We shared a steak, and I don't know if it's just my body's reaction to steak because I love steak, but I've eaten it my whole life, and for some reason that specific day I felt so queasy and just horrible after eating it. But Kaz didn't have any effect.
But you liked it.
I did. I really liked it in the moment. And then like an hour or two afterwards, I was like, I'm going to get sick. This is really bad. We went on the high roller wheel, which is like the big Ferris wheel. That was really cool. Let's see. Oh, and then we saw two shows. We saw the Michael Jackson 1 show at Mandalay Bay. And then we saw the Matt Franco magic show.
Both were very good.
Both were very good. I'm a little biased towards the Michael Jackson 1 show because there was a really amazing disabled performer in that show who has one leg and who was doing stunts with his crutches and stuff. I found him on Instagram afterwards, after we left, because I was like, who is this? This is amazing. Turns out we have mutual friends, and I was able to talk to him a little bit, and he's amazing. His name is Gene Sock, I think. Geansok. So if you want to go check him out, please do. He's an amazing performer in the Michael Jackson show at Mandalay Bay. It was really cool. What was your favorite part of the trip, do you think?
Probably the most memorable part, at least, was gambling for the first time.
Yeah. We won quite a bit, and then we lost it.
Yeah, but it's okay. That's part of the experience, I guess.
We didn't spend
like,
more than we should have, though. We didn't.
Yeah.
We were very good about our money on the trip.
Yeah, it's kind of like falling down when you're ice skating. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Well, we were in the Link hotel, and we were trying to figure out how to play the slot machines. And we keep in mind that, again, we've never done this before. So
We're 22.
Yeah, and like we didn't have either of our parents with us, and we were just there by ourselves. So it looked like we were both just
16-year-old kids.
Yeah, we were teenagers
wandering around a casino.
We called Cassidy's mom, and we were like, how do we even play?
What do we do?
You know, how do we... Yeah.
Where does the money go?
So, we were trying to figure that out. And so, when we were on the phone with Cassidy's mom, one of the employees comes over and cards us.
Yeah, we had to show our IDs.
Yeah, but...
That only happened twice on the trip.
It only happened twice on the trip.
And it only happened in the Link.
Yeah.
Didn't happen anywhere else.
But as we got further into the Link, I think they just recognized us in there, so...
Yeah, after a few days.
Yeah. And we also looked like we knew what we were doing.
After that first time.
More.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we came across our first slot machine, and we weren't really, like, winning anything, really. And it wasn't a penny machine either. We thought it was a penny machine. It was just a penny denominator. So...
We eventually found penny machines.
Yeah.
Which are very rare now. I don't think they really have those anymore.
They only have like one line of them, and there's probably
they're
like
old.
5 of them in like a casino.
Yeah. You gotta go hunt.
But we cashed out on that first slot machine that we did, and then I saw a claw machine game that I've seen on YouTube. I
was like, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
The bet was like $5 bets.
The minimum.
Yeah, the minimum bet was $5 bets.
You could only do $5. And I was like, you're going to lose $5 on this thing? No. I told you, you could only play it twice.
Yeah. So we played it once, and it was like, it's called the Go-Go Claw machine. Or the Go-Go Claw.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's the Go-Go Claw, yeah.
And... like the win was $100, and I go and I pick up the ball, and it hangs on strong, yeah. And then I just won, and I was like,
we won $100. It was the second gambling experience of our lives. You won $100. We held on to that $100 until the last day.
We did. And then we gambled it away. But it's okay.
It's okay. Because, honestly, the whole trip, we were like, we still have that $100. We still have the $100 that you won that first day. And then eventually we were like, oh, whatever. Like, if we lose it, we're not really down any money because, you know, we already won that after spending less than $20 the first night, you know.
Yeah.
So we were like, whatever.
It was still fun to figure out how to gamble.
Yes, and it was fun to figure out. We're both very good at blackjack. We've learned.
Yeah.
Kaz was learning poker. So I think next time we go, we'll know what we're doing a little bit more. But I will never go for a week again. I will go for maybe
3 days.
2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
I think is my max. But a week is not for me.
Well, now we've seen everything, though.
We've seen everything. We know where to go. We know where not to go.
Yeah.
We didn't have any bad experiences. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, be careful in Vegas." Like the people, and honestly, we met some of the kindest people. People were very kind to us. I don't know if it's because we look young or we are young or, I'm disabled. I have no idea what it was. But people were very kind to us. People were very helpful. We had a lot of very kind people give us directions, give us recommendations throughout our entire trip. So I kind of feel like it's kind of like anywhere where it's like, be wary of any new place you go. But it was great. We had a good time.
Yep.
Definitely some creepy experiences just with some vibes and different things like that. But I really love to people watch. I think that was my favorite part of just, there are some interesting people in Vegas. But I think because I lived in Hollywood for so long, because Kaz and I have spent a lot of time in Hollywood since I lived there for the first part of our relationship, we're very desensitized.
We've walked up and down Hollywood Boulevard during
many
the night.
times. Yeah, in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Driven down Hollywood Boulevard in the middle of the night. Like, it's really not any different.
It's very populated, though.
It's very populated.
Yeah.
It's like a bigger version of Hollywood Boulevard, where still there are unsafe things going on at all times. You just know to mind your business.
Yeah.
If it's not happening to you, walk away unless you really feel like you need to get involved. But I really don't ever feel like I need to get involved because there's not much I can do physically. Yeah. So it's safer for me and then for us to just walk away.
Yeah.
Don't get involved, turn the other way. Unless it's something that, we need to get involved in, then we will. But honestly, I feel like it was a pretty good trip. Would go again, not for as long. We know where to stay if we're ever going to stay on the Strip, which probably won't be in the near future because we don't get the money for that. But speaking of money, go follow my Patreon and go buy my merch. This is one of the designs that's on there. It's Champy with a heart holding a bone in his mouth.
Go watch the visual if you are only on the audio.
Yes, go watch the visual. There are a lot of other really cool designs that I had a hand in making. There are a lot of cool designs that I made by myself. There are a lot of cool designs that Kat and I made by ourselves. So make sure to go check out the merch. If you are watching on YouTube, I will leave the link below. Other than that, I think that's it. What?
We were going to talk about the monorail.
Oh, we were. The monorail was good. I liked the monorail. We opted to... What did you do? What did you end up paying for the monorail?
Around...
No, like what pass did you buy or whatever?
Yeah, we spent like a... There was like a 7-day or 6-day unlimited pass or something. And it was like...
Which ended up being a lot cheaper.
I think it was like $60 for both of us.
Which ended up being a lot cheaper than if we had bought tickets every day. Because we ended up riding the monorail probably 3 to 4 times a day.
Yeah, and I think monorail tickets per ride were about like $6 to $7.
Yeah.
Like online for online tickets. If you were to buy it at like the booths and stuff,
right?
In person, I think it was like $7.
Yeah,
it was like $1 off.
But what I really appreciated about the monorail was that it was accessible.
Oh yeah, it was very accessible.
Completely. Very accessible the whole time. I kept looking for like inaccessibilities, but it was great. Honestly, Vegas, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Vegas is one of the most accessible places I've ever been.
I think one of the less accessible things was not being able to see what the narrator, tour guide man was saying
on the monorail. But other than that, there were accessible doors everywhere in all of the hotels. There were either accessible buttons or like the automatic sliding glass doors. All of the...
Functional.
Yes, they were all functional, most of them. I think there was like one that wasn't functional.
Yeah.
And then the slot machines also had accessibility features, which were cool. Some of them had captions, They all had like volume levels that you could turn up or down. I always knew what was happening, which was very nice as a hard of hearing person. It was, as somebody who's prone to migraines, it was very overwhelming in there. As somebody who has a lung disease, it was not great in some of those hotels, or in a lot of the casinos, because everybody's smoking all the time. So that wasn't fun. But other than that, everything was flat. Some of the carpets were a little difficult to push on, but other than that, there was
Mostly
no hard
flat.
flooring.
Mostly flat.
Mostly flat. There was no difficult flooring. There were no cobblestones anywhere.
Except in the Venetian
Yeah, what was up with the Venetian?
and like Caesar's Palace inside there.
What was that? But only at some places.
Yeah.
Other places they weren't, so it
Yes.
wasn't like the whole building.
No.
It was only in like the show,
The shops.
the shops parts.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. I've never seen that.
But yeah, other than that, we had a great time.
We had a great time, and we'd go again.
Yay.
Yay! For those of you watching, Monty is now sleeping in my arms with his head off to one
Yeah, I
side.
don't really know.
He's
how
exhausted.
He climbed all the way down my body into yours and just fell asleep.
Just fell asleep.
Yeah.
We will do a whole nother episode on him because he's been a trip. We've only had him for 2 weeks, and he's been a time.
He's been pulling our money out of our bank accounts.
But he's great. He's doing well now. He's better.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've already tried to end this once, but I'm ending it for real now. Go subscribe to my Patreon, subscribe to my YouTube, or wherever else you are watching this or listening to this podcast from.
We appreciate it.
Yes, we very much, we very much appreciate it. Please go check out my merch. There are a lot of really fun designs on there. Please make sure to give us a 5-star rating, like, comment, all of that. Let us know what you want to hear, what you want to see, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching and listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.